Hi guys, Jangro here, and this is FTB Skies. We're doing a first look, getting started. I'm going to go through the entire getting started section of the quest book so you can see kind of as fast as possible how to get through that stuff. So we're going to do that in this video. You can see behind me all the things that I did. This is kind of future Scott here, so you can see the stuff that we're going to be doing in this video. So stick around and check it out. This is a really great mod pack. All right, here we are in the game. This is actually not the game. This is a lobby. Pretty crazy. So you can look around, though there's really nothing to be gained from here. Nothing in the chests. I don't think anyway. I didn't look at every one of them. But the real action starts in here through this portal. First thing we need to do is choose an island. We're going to play the FTB Sky Island. That's the standard one. So we'll check that out last. Let's take a look at the other ones really quickly. Here's the Anti-Sky Island. It's made with blocks from the Anti-Blocks Rechiseled mod. These guys give me a couple leads. This whole thing is pretty funky. Energetic sheep. All right. I don't think we'll be playing this one. Next one is the Minimalist Sky Island. And here we have nothing, basically. We do have a chest. There's some pretty cool stuff in it. Most of the islands that I've seen do have most or all of those items that are kind of hidden as a help. Check it out. I don't think this is normal. I think this is like a sky village. And I think we just kind of lucked into getting a sky village. Pretty lucky spawn. And here we have the Chosen Sky Island by YouTuber Chosen Architect. Pretty fancy. Maybe someday I'll have my own island. Yeah, look at this. I think I'm like lucking out here with this spawn. Is that going to be available in all the different islands I choose in this seed? Pretty cool. Kind of creepy. Little graveyard kind of feel to it. Pretty cool. Nice job, Chosen. And here we have the Compact Sky Island, which is kind of nuts. There's no island. It's basically a compact machine. And we go in this room, and this is our island. So the Compact Machines mod is a pretty cool mod where basically you can have single block machines that are dimensions in and of themselves. And so here's a giant one, I guess. I've never played with this mod. Makes me want to mess around with it a bit in our own playthrough. And finally, let's head on into the FTB Sky Island. This is the one we're going to play. That is so cool. Pretty lucky. Let's look at the map. I think that is like a sky village. Something else that you may have noticed is that we've got shaders. This pack comes with Oculus and a shader pack, complimentary reimagined. I had to enable it. If you've got fast enough PC, you should turn on shaders. Pretty cool stuff. We've got, I think I just saw something in the water here. Yeah, there he is. Okay, we've got a tadpole. That means we're in 119.2 and we have frogs. Pretty impressive that a pack like this is available now on 119.2. I got to give it to the Feed the Beast team. They do make some pretty cool mod packs, particularly these heavily quest focused sky blocks. And speaking of which, let's take a look at our quest book, which is right here in the inventory screen, and some introduction. These quests are optional. Grab these things and head on over here to the left side, and there's a whole guided progress through a bunch of the mods in here. Not even close to all of them, but there's just so much to go through. I love this pack for this reason. If you want to learn some of these mods, which I'm looking forward to doing, I haven't done all of these. This is a great pack to do it in, from what I can tell. Here's the getting started guide. Just some overall tips. Here it is. Here's about shaders. Events happen. So there's bees in this. We want to grab a loot bee as soon as we can because they drop gifts. Once we can see a bee, we'll be able to get a lead and a poppy, and hopefully we can capture that first bee we find. Akashic Tome, which gives us a lot of the books for all the mods in here, so we don't have to craft them ourselves. All right, so here we are. Where do we get started? First quest right here. Let's get some string from the flax. So what we're going to do in this first episode, go through this getting started. I'm going to try to do as quickly as I can. You can see kind of the ins and outs of getting started, maybe catch some things that you might have missed. And first things first, let's grab some flax, replant them. This right here is rich soil from the cyclic mod. Allows you to have farmland without water around. Also got some rice, which we'll grab. I put some dirt down, which I just dug from over there and planted the rice. You need to plant rice on dirt, 1 block submerged. So there's that. Let's also plant our saplings. I'll just tuck these over here and we can bone meal these. We got some bone meal and some saplings right away, so that's good. Now, we have Ultimine, which gives us vein mining, which breaks all the trees. 3 saplings, let's get those planted. And the other thing for resources is that we cannot bone meal this grass to get like wheat seeds or whatever. It's vivid grass from Britannia and dry grass from Britannia on this island anyway, so that's not an option. So we'll have to find another way to get seeds later. We got some drops from that tree from the Roots Classic mod. We've got some food there as well, and we got some apples. Now, something that is not immediately apparent, at least not that I saw in the quest book, is that you shift right click on the ground and you get rocks and dirt, and you need to have an empty hand to do it. So you can see I'm holding down the mouse button here, and you can see how fast this is going, which is pretty fast. But there's another way to do this, which is to open up the options, controls, keybinds. And if you take this use item place block, you see how it's set to right button, and set it to another key, like left shift. It's just temporary. And stand back far enough and hold down shift. And now we've got a fountain of rocks and dirt. So that's a nice trick to do this, save some time. I can imagine that we can put down some hoppers here and prevent things from going right into my hands. But you can see how quick that is. So if you're playing basically any skyblock that has this mechanic where you shift right click on the ground or do something on the ground to get pebbles and rocks, remap that key to a key, and its repeat is way faster than the mouse right click repeat. All right. That is probably enough of those. So now another thing we can do is compacting with the K key. So if you hover over one of these things, and it will do any crafting that is a 2x2 craft and automatically compact things. You got to be careful. If you do this to something like cobblestone, it's going to compact it into cobblestone bricks, which is the 2x2 recipe for cobblestone. If you don't want that, just be careful that you're not just spamming around, because you'll end up compacting things that you don't mean to. This is going to be our initial cobblestone. Our goal is to start to automate this stuff. So if we take a look in the getting started section, and we want to grab whatever we can, there's a lot of really generous gifts from completing quests. We got a pet rock, more cobble, and more dirt from doing those things. Before we dig in, let's make the string. Just flax turns into string. So now we've completed that quest and got ourselves some more bone meal, some more flax seeds, and some straw. And that straw is going to come in handy later when we want to make books. Let's just take a big picture view of where we're headed in this getting started section, because the whole point of this is to just help us automate as much as possible. There's mesh. So there's, if you're used to sieves in other skyblocks, there's no sieves in this, but there is a sifter, which is a create mechanic. So we're going to be setting up this thing first, which is going to be what we put our mesh in. And that is going to allow us to get sugarcane. We get some auto fishing that we can do. There's an andesite mesh, which is going to give us some more advanced type things. And over here, we've got this squeezer, which is from Integrated Dynamics, which is going to help us get lava. The squeezer is primarily for lava at the beginning. And then we have these pedestals and material generators. And these pedestals allow us to automatically generate resources as well as transport resources. So it's our kind of initial resource pipes, and we can move things around through the air, kind of through magic on those pedestals. And we'll see how we do that. And in order to get here, we're going to be getting to the nether. That's our first step here. We're going to automatically generate some nether bricks with some resources, I think maybe we get from the nether, and some nether stuff happening over here, and a hammer. So we're going to turn cobble into gravel, sand, and dust with a hammer. So let's take these cobblestones that we have here and put them on the ground. I need to remap. Don't forget to remap your key. So we'll just put this back on a right button. And in order to get these other resources, we just put down all our cobble. We can make a builder's wand, I believe. I think it's really easy to make a stone wand with just some cobblestone and some sticks. So let's do that. Just tuck this over here, get some more sticks. And while we're at it, let's make a couple of chests. And so the stone wand, which is a construction wand from the construction wand mod, allows us to expand on any existing pattern, as long as you have enough resources for it. Now we can break this stuff with a hammer. So let's grab some of this cobble, make a stone hammer, which is cobblestone and 3 stone rods, which comes from stone. And now we can make a stone hammer. The stone hammer is going to break cobblestone and turn it into gravel. And we're going to hold down the back tick so it does the entire thing. Hey, our tadpole turned into a frog. Hey, buddy. And now we have gravel. Let's take some of this gravel and put it down here and break this with the hammer. And we get sand. Let's take half of the sand and break that with the hammer. Here we go. And now we've got dust, sand, gravel, which completes some quests for us. We made the hammer. There's some more cobblestone. We made gravel, sand, and dust. We got more of that. We just need to make a composter to get that quest. I'll do that in a bit. And we want to take string and some sticks to make the string mesh. And then we can make a sifter. And for that, we need just some stone, cobblestone, and wood. The wooden gear is just some more wood and some stone. So we're going to need a furnace. And let's get some charcoal going. Let's make the composter while we're here, because we get some good stuff from that. More bone meal, barrel, mushroom barrel, gilded barrel and mushroom barrel, and 2 hoppers. Now we can use those to automate composting. You know, just put down composter on top of a funnel going into a barrel. Let's just set that up. So we'll put the mushroom barrel there, hopper, composter, and there we go. We've got our composting, our basic composting setup. We can just throw some stuff in there and it'll automatically process it. It wasn't enough to get a bone meal, but that's how that works. Now we can make our string mesh, which is just a string and some sticks like that. And we've got a string mesh. And now that we've got some charcoal, we can make some stone, which we're going to need to make the sifter. Stone button sticks for the wooden gear. So there's the wooden gear. And cobblestone, some more stone. There's our sifter. Now we're going to need to do some sifting in order to get alloys from gravel before we can get a water wheel to help us automate turning that stuff. So in the meantime, we just need to get the sifter going automatically, and we need a hand crank for that, which is another button, planks, and cobble. Hand crank. All right, so now we can do some sifting. Let's put this over here. We need the sifter to be up a little bit. Let's put it right here. Just kind of planning ahead. And the hand crank needs to go on the bottom. And we just need to get the mesh up here. And from up here, we throw gravel in here, just right in the top. And there it goes. We can see it has 43 gravel in it. And we hold down the hand crank. And now we can see by hovering over it, it's got 1 iron nugget in it. If we stand back, we can see the animation here. This is pretty cool. But you can also see we are going to want to automate this as quickly as possible. Okay, we got 14 iron nuggets from that. Just right click with an empty hand to get those iron nuggets out of there. We can also sift sand and dust. And so if we put some sand in here, just put a couple. And that gave us 2 cocoa beans. I was hoping for sugar cane, which you can get from sifting sand. I just got some cocoa beans. So we're going to keep doing that. Here it is. The string mesh gives us either cocoa beans or sugar cane. Really bad luck to just, or good luck to get cocoa beans from that. I'll do that until I get some cocoa beans. Let's also look at the dust, which with the string mesh, we can get bone meal, gunpowder, and apatite, which we don't really need right now. So I'm going to get some more sand in here, get some sugar cane, get that quest done. Okay, that one went much better. 3 cocoa beans and 8 sugar cane. We'll grab those. But we can plant the sugar cane. Let's do that over here. Get our quests. So we've got the sifter, which gave us fried eggs, a cogwheel, another sifter, XP, wooden hoppers. We've got the sugar cane, which gives us some paper and sponge, and a sponge bee spawn egg. This is going to help us out getting into productive bees. And we've got some iron nuggets and some andesite alloy, which is going to help us move forward in Create. So now what we're going to need to do is a bunch of sifting. We need to make andesite mesh, and I don't want to turn that hand crank any more than I need to. And I don't think I need to anymore. We just need to make a water wheel. For that, got what we need. We have a large cogwheel, and we need to make a cogwheel. And we have a cogwheel that we got from a reward. So there's that. Now we can make a water wheel. Oh, we just need some slabs. And it's a water wheel. So now let's do this. As close as we can to here, let's drop our water wheel. Since we don't have buckets yet, we can't place water. We need to strategically make water flow around our water wheel. And if we put our water wheel right here by here and jump and place it, it's turning the wrong direction. All right, well, we're just going to need to make the water turn the other direction. So if we just break the stuff around it, there we go. We've got a water wheel turning in the right direction. And now we need to get the power transferred over to where our hand crank is. Now I could just put these sifters right on top of this thing. But then I can't put funnels under them, or hoppers rather. So let's take the step of making some more small cogs, which for that we need some shafts, and we need andesite alloy for that. We've got some. So now we can make these cogwheels. Let's start with 3 more shafts here, and I think this might do it. So we put one here and here and here. We just put these lower. We've put our sifter right here. It's automatic. We put our string mesh back on there. We have some hoppers. Do we have some hoppers? Oh yeah, we have wood 4. Let's make some barrels. Let's set these things up like this. Now these wooden hoppers just do one item at a time, which works great for this. And I think we can just put this on top of here with a barrel up top. We have more sifters. We're going to need a couple more at least. Okay, so now if we put gravel in here, it's just going to get processed automatically into that hopper, and into this barrel. And there it is. We got 1 iron nugget out of that. All right, now we are going to need to manually do some more cobble processing. Going to need another wand and another hammer. Still have a hammer here. But let's make another one. This is going to break soon, or right now. Let's get this gravel going. We just need a ton of iron. And here it goes. So let's see where we're headed here. Let's check in the quest book. We got more water wheels. We got more shafts and some more food. We don't really need these other water wheels running right now. It'll be a little expensive to get them running, so we'll just hold off on that. We'll tuck those away. Tuck the hand crank away. Next, we need an andesite mesh from a quest. So here's that. We can just make some andesite. We'll just make 4 for now. And the andesite mesh is andesite surrounded by sticks, and now we have an andesite mesh. Hopper on top of that, barrel on top of that, and now we're able to process. Oh, and we get a bucket and a pork chop. Now we can start to create blaze powder and these other things. And this one requires a waterlogged by getting some water in this bucket we just got for free. I think shift right click on this sifter, and it is now waterlogged. We need another andesite mesh, I think, on that. One of these hoppers with slabs and a chest. 2 more of those and a barrel. Put 1 here. Hopper, hopper, barrel. The quests want us to make clay, which comes from sifting sand in an andesite mesh. Redstone, which comes from sifting dust. Blaze powder, which comes from sifting dust. So we need to sift sand and dust. These pasture seeds, which comes from sifting dirt in Man of Steel. So we've got dirt. Let's tackle that one while we collect some sand and dust. So sand in a waterlogged sifter. So let's just throw this in here. And we're getting all kinds of stuff here. There we go. We got clay. Knock that one off. More clay and some salt. Oh, and there we go. We got some pasture seeds. Good. That one's done. Creates a 5x5 area of delightful dirt used on grass, dirt. All right. We got a silk touch shovel with mending. Fantastic. Now we need dust. Okay. Now we've got some dust, which needs to go in here. The dirt will be done soon, and hopefully that will be enough to get what we need. Okay, we've got our blaze powder and we've got our redstone dust. Great. Mark these off. Get some more. And we get some more blaze powder, some more dust. And now the next thing we need to make is some squeezer. For the squeezer, this is why we need a ton of iron. I went through the motions and hit the ground, got a bunch of cobble, turned it into gravel, upgraded this sifter mesh to andesite. Don't forget to do that when you're making these andesite meshes, because putting gravel through an andesite mesh gives you all this stuff. And we get raw iron instead of just iron nuggets. Taking the iron out already, that is not all the iron I got from those 3 stacks or so. This is going to carry us into the next quests. We needed 1 block of iron for our squeezer. There we go. We've got a squeezer now. And let's put this down over here. And the quest for the squeezer gives us a tank, which is great because we're making lava and we need a tank to put it in. And we're going to stick it right next to the squeezer. And the way a squeezer works is you put something in it and jump on it and it squeezes it. You literally jump on it. And I'll show you in a second. To reset it after you've jumped on it, you need a redstone signal. So we're going to grab a pressure plate right here to jump down onto to reset it. So now we just need our blaze powder one at a time and we jump. We jump on it. And when we get to the bottom, it's supposed to empty out into this tank. Let's put it right here. Yes, it needs to be on the side that has a little hole in it. All right, we learned something there. Step on that, it resets it. Put blaze in here. There we go. Now our tank has 500, which is a half a bucket. Step on the pressure plate. There's a mechanical squeezer or an electrical squeezer that we can work towards so we don't have to jump on it. But for now, we just need our bucket of lava. Liquid fire. Dripstone, fluid hopper. Okay, at this point, in order to make obsidian to get to the nether, I'm sifting down a bunch of gravel and dust so I can get the materials for those things, specifically blaze powder for lava. And I'd got my last diamond, so I'm going to need a diamond pickaxe for that. In the meantime, we do have some other quests to do here, and food is an issue. So we're going to do this fishing rod one quickly, really quickly. So we just need a fishing rod. This is pretty simple. We got some string earlier from our flax and sticks are easy. And now, thanks to this quest, we have a fishing net. And all we have to do, this is really cool. I've never seen this before. We put this fishing net in here. I think we can just kind of stick it here. And then we put a fishing rod in it. And it's going to start working. It just creates items out of nowhere as if we were fishing. And they're all just kind of going onto the surface here. Oh, leather. We need leather. Primarily food is my main concern here. And we just solved it. Just like that. Now, until that fishing rod dies, which it's halfway there, we're going to just continue to get stuff appearing in the water. And I'm just going to swim around here for a bit and collect it all. And we'll see what we end up with. All right, the fishing rod has completely depleted. My inventory's full. Let's see what we've got. A bunch of coral, which I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. Maybe we can just place it in here. Because why not? But most importantly, we got a piece of leather and we got a bunch of salmon and cod. And our food problems are over. Checking in again with the quest book. So we have this dragon glass quest over here, which is just to get 1 obsidian. Oh, and we're going to get 8 as a reward from it. So we're just going to need a couple more after that. So I think we're good. Yeah, we got 2 buckets of lava here, the equivalent. And I've already got some stashed away here, 2 buckets there. So we have enough to complete that. So we have a bucket of lava here. Let's just do this. Grab our diamonds and iron for another bucket for water. There we go. We've got a diamond pickaxe. Let's grab some water. And if we put lava in a hole and put water on it, we have obsidian. We've completed that quest. We can get another 8. So we have 9, right? We just need 10 for a portal. So we were actually already set. Let's get this one more. And now, where are we going to make a portal? Right now, we just have to light this thing. I don't have flint, I don't think. Where are we going to get flint from? There it is. Flint and steel. Let's light our portal. All right, now we can head in. Let's see what we've got in here. What does an FTB Skies Nether look like? It is an island. Okay, let's head back. We've got nothing there. We did complete this quest though, which is what we're going for. Floating exoflame portal charm allows the user to travel quickly through portals. All right, very cool. We can put this charm into our charm slot, probably. Lots of charm slots. Okay, let's take a look here. We're at the home stretch, but that doesn't mean we don't have our work cut out for us still. The next thing we need to do is the material generator, which is working with the pedestals mod. And this is a whole video topic on itself. There's actually a whole chapter of the quest book on this as well. But we're not going to get too heavy into it. We're just going to follow the progression here. But we do need a pedestal, which is some stone, and this linking tool, which we'll look at. Well, let's look at it right now. It requires dual-handed crafting to make this thing, which means a new mechanic. We need a bookshelf. And then in our offhand and main hand, we need gems and sticks in the offhand. And we right-click on a bookshelf, and we will get this linking tool, or a backwards linking tool, I guess. And to make the material generator, we need this upgrade base, which requires an upgrade tool, which also has the same kind of crafting, but with gold and a rod or a stick. So we need a bookshelf. And bookshelves, of course, need books. And books require, in vanilla, a leather. But luckily, we can make them with canvas because we don't have much leather. We just found one, I think, from fishing. But we've got lots of ways to get canvas. The easiest way, we had straw from a quest, I think. So there we go. We've got enough canvas for 4 books. However, if we didn't have it, all we need to do is head over to one of these flax plants. And those each gave us some more straw. We could also get it from these rice panicles on a cutting board. So lots of ways to get straw. So books are pretty easy. Let's get those planted again. We do need some more paper. And we've got these giant sugar canes that are growing. The apotheosis mod in this pack makes sugarcane grow insanely high. All right, so now let's make some paper, and we need some books and a bookshelf. Paper. I think the books are like that. Yes, 1, 2, 3 books. We just need 1 bookshelf. Think that they don't get consumed by that process. So here we go. Let's just stick this down right here. So we just need this backwards linking tool, which requires any gem and a stick. And we have lapis. I think is probably our cheapest gem to do this with. So if we put a gem in our hand, a stick in our offhand, and we right click or shift right click on here, there we go. I shift right clicked. And now we have that backwards linking tool. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 slabs and this thing. And now we have a pedestal. So we'll put the pedestal over here. We want it to be somewhat close to our processing over here. And so we'll just put that there. Material generator. So we got to go through the same thing again with this tool, which is gold and a stick. We have gold. I've been cooking some of this gold and storing it in there. Oh, the bookshelf did get consumed. Okay, so we just need to make some more books. Oh, I forgot we have a leather. So we do have enough stuff for 3 more books. Perfect. All right, there's 3 books. And another bookshelf. So gold in our hand and a stick in our offhand, I think. Or was it this way? I think it was this way. There we go. Maybe it doesn't matter. But now we have this upgrade tool. That required a bucket of water and lava. And we have some lava here. Perfect. We have one bucket. Upgrade base. There we go. And now the upgrade base combined with lava and water gives us this material generator. Okay, now that we've got this material generator, we put this in our offhand. I think with an empty hand, we right click. Yes. And it's got a pickaxe up top there, just telling us what its default tool is. We put a stone under here, and now it is working. You can see in the top 3 cobblestone, 4 cobblestone, 5 cobblestone. So we're generating cobble because this pickaxe is operating on the stone. Beautiful. Let's get our rewards for this. So now this is an export upgrade, and we get some other things, another pedestal, some stone, barrel. Okay, so now this export upgrade is going to allow us to put another pedestal on this barrel or somewhere that we want this cobblestone to go. So most simply, if we put this right here and the pedestal on top of it, and with this export upgrade in our offhand, now this becomes an export pedestal. So now if we use the linking tool and we shift right click on the destination, it says sender pedestal position has been saved. Linked successfully, receiving from sender. That's the wrong direction. I guess this is a backwards linking tool. So we go first on this one, sender position, and we click on this one, receiving from sender. And now I'm right clicking with this thing and it's showing me the range and information. So now because we linked them with the backward linking tool, and this one has an export upgrade on it, it's now putting stuff from here into this barrel. Now we can do more with this. If we put some gravel under here and link it to here, it's going to send gravel straight up in here and process it automatically. Lots of stuff we can do with these. All right, now we're really in the home stretch here, guys. Nether bricks, we can get them by tossing bricks into Occultism's Spirit Fire. And for Spirit Fire, we need to get some Demon's Dream Fruit. And Demon's Dream Fruit comes from, I think we get Dream Fruit by just breaking grass, which means we need to grow some grass. And luckily, tucked away in here, one of these achievements here was the pasture seeds. And if we read carefully before, we would have seen that these pasture seeds, which we get from sifting dirt, will turn dirt into grass. And then we can use bone meal and that grass to grow stuff. Something else that I've been doing is using these spore blossoms just to show you that there's all kinds of interesting stuff you can do with the material generator. If I put this spore blossom under here, it's going to start to create moss. And if I put a moss block under here, it starts to create dirt. It says in JEI that it's going to create grass blocks, which is why I went in this direction in the first place. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's just the way it's supposed to be. So now we've got all the dirt we could ever want. Okay, so we have over here some of these pasture seeds. We just hit dirt with these things and they turn it into grass, which is going to spread really quickly. We've been getting bone meal from the sifting activity. So if we just bone meal here. What? Where did this guy come from? Oh, this is one of the events. And we have a fisherman villager, I guess because of the barrels he linked to. So we got to find the barrel that he linked to if we want to keep. We want to change his occupation. So let's continue to break some of these things for the, what was it called? Demon's Dream Fruit. We just have to break grass until we get that. Some interesting things here like chorus fungus. And we're looking for Demon's Dream Seeds, which are, we've got 2 of them now. We've got a couple things we need to do first. If we do this dirt quest item here, we're going to get a hoe. So we'll do that first. I also want to trap this villager that appeared. So let's make him a boat. I don't want him to jump off the edge. Sit in a boat, will you? You know what? We don't need a hoe. Let's just, we've got this farmland. We'll plant 1 demon seed, bone meal it. All right, now we've got this demon dream fruit and it makes soul fire. Throw it on the ground, light it on fire. All right, we need to make some bricks. We have clay. I've got clay somewhere. There it is. Make some bricks. So nether bricks. Yes, we need 4. Probably we're going to get smaller nether bricks that we need to turn into this. Yeah. So we'll throw these in the fire. There we go. And now we can turn this. We can just hit K on it, which turns it into its 2x2 recipe. And now we have nether bricks. We get a fell pumpkin, which is a Botania thing. So that's interesting. And we just need to make some compost, tree bark. If we make an axe, and we use this on a log on a cutting board. Quick way to do this is to logs in our offhand and an axe in our hand, and we just hold down right click. We can very quickly make strip logs, but most importantly, we have tree bark. And to make compost, we need also some 2 straw, 2 bone meal, dirt. So didn't I get straw from breaking the... Oh, I need to use a knife on flax. All right, so a knife on the flax. And we get some straw. And I think we've got enough, all the things for compost. There we go. We did it. We completed the whole section except for this bee one. We haven't seen a bee. All right, I think that is going to do it for this episode. We have done the entire getting started section of the quest book, except the bee one. We never saw a bee. I can't believe it. Generally, a loot bee would have shown up by now. So we just have to wait for that. And that's going to do it. So let me know in the comments if you like to see a series on this. This could be a fun series. Always looking for new series while I do these getting started first looks. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Appreciate it. Also, join the Discord. Discord.gg/Jangro is in the description. We're thinking of starting up a supporter SMP server. So definitely go check that out. We'll talk about it in the Discord. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.